Today I'm working with 4 photos taken at the Pancake Pantry in Nashville. This will be a 2-page layout and it will be for our Nashville album. I'm Emilee and you've found Emilee's Paper Caper, where we're all about scrapping our stash and getting some pages done. If you're new here and you want to scrap your stash, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Hit the subscribe button and the bell icon now so you won't miss any ideas. For the page title, I'm going to use a 2x3 pocket card that says family, and I'm going to add some letter stickers to it. I stamped out a journaling card shortly after our trip, and I've had this journaling and the photos ready to go in my stash for some time. It's nice to have the journaling already done, and for a change, I actually did the journaling while the trip was fresh on my mind. I've chosen some borders for this page from my border stash, and I'm trying to use a whole box of borders this year. So I'm going to first start with the page title. I'm going to add the word meal, M-E-A-L, to the top of the card so the page title will read family meal. Now I didn't have any L's left on this page, so I've decided to take an F and I'll trim it off. I'll trim off the small horizontal, and then I'll trim off the long horizontal, and I will create the L by reassembling. Now once this is on there, I don't think anyone will really be able to notice unless they look pretty closely that I've ran out of L's and that I've created one. This is a great way to extend your letter stickers. When you run out of a letter, you can just create a substitute by assembling one. Get a little creative. Now it's time to turn my attention towards assembling the page. First, I want to arrange those borders, and then I've decided to kind of put the title and the journaling card on the left-hand side of the page. I had pulled some mats, photo mats from my stash, and I thought that I might use them, but in the end I decided to use some black paper scraps to mount the photos and also to help bolster the journal and title block. I want to get some of the elements adhered to the page, and then I can go in and concentrate on getting the photos arranged and mounted on the page. This is definitely a scrap your stash kind of page. There's really nothing special or unique about the supplies I'm using. What does make this a special page would be capturing the memories and getting them recorded. I love to be creative with my supplies, and so creating something with what I have on hand I find it very rewarding. As I'm working with these black pieces of scrap, I'm using them for the photo mats, but they don't quite fit the photos, and I'm not going to worry about that. I think that they make the photos stand out just fine without being large enough to mat the entire photo. And I think that's kind of interesting to allow some of the photo to fall off the side of the mat. I decided to dig into my stash and add some scraps of paper behind the photos just to add a little something extra. I really wish I had a 5th photo to work with here. I only have 4, so I decided to go ahead and add these papers behind the photos to kind of help the page feel a little more full. Now that all the photos are adhered, I'm going to go through with my paper piercer and create holes in the paper where I can place these 4 flowers. These are layered flowers with a brad in the center. They have been in my stash for some time, and I just decided why not go ahead and get them used. I've got some extra space on this page, and the flowers will be kind of cheerful and a pleasant addition to finish this page off. A paper piercer like this one is an essential tool, and I always have it with me when I go to a crop. And if you would like to see what my essential toolbox looks like, I will put a card up at the top of the screen and you can check that out. After I got the flowers down, I realized that I needed a little bit something more on this page, so I decided to use this little bag of leaves that I had, and I will add some of those to each of the flowers to top off this layout. I used some mini glue dots to help adhere the leaves down onto the page. These glue dots are almost gone. I think I'm going to need to stock up and get some more here pretty soon. So that's a completed page. I'm quite pleased with it. I've had these photos for about a year now, and so it feels good to finally have this page done. I've taken some close-ups, and I'll share those with you. Until next time, I hope you'll keep on scrapping, everybody.